Hello guys, welcome to another weekly breakdown video. As I've been backtesting this GBP USD data from here, I have been anticipating the weekly bias. To be honest, this week my bias was not clear. My bias was not clear for the week, so this week not high probability to trade this week, as my weekly bias is not clear, as this is a doji and this is not showing any signs of move here. There are two probabilities. It can be it is rejecting from this weekly demand here and then continuing the uptrend, or it can also be that it can continue to the downside. We cannot say what will happen next. So we go to the DXY to confirm our weekly bias, and what we see on the weekly is, I've also written this, we watch the market structure on the higher time frames like 4 hour and daily. Yep, we watch the market structure like higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, simple price action, and time our trades according to that. Whereas when the market fills up a fair value gap and rejects, we can consider that as a valid rejection. Yeah, we have seen that a gazillion of times now, so yeah, that works. And on the DXY, we can see on GBP USD there is no clear bias, but on DXY, sorry, this candle is bullish. This candle closed bullish above the previous week high, so DXY makes sense to go up. So my bias is still not the cleanest, but GBP USD makes sense to go down rather than going up. Like it's 60%, 60 to 40 ratio right here due to DXY confirmation, and which helps us a lot. So now if I go to the 4 hourly, sorry, and show you the data that I've marked, then let me show you. On the daily time frame, we can clearly see Friday closed as a bearish candle, rejecting from here. So there's no clear bias, to be honest, no clear bias what the market may do, and we have to wait for Monday to play out to know. And also this week was a lot of news. Literally Monday there was no news. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hell lot of news. So it is ideal not to trade. And Monday there was no clear bias, so it was a no trading week for me at least. But let's see if we can find anything. Whereas on the 4 hourly time frame, the hourly, on the M15, there was literally no trades because there was no opportunities throughout the week. So there are also no zones to mark. Sorry, Monday, let me show you. Monday there was no clear bias, so I was not looking for buys and not looking for sells. Whereas Monday happened to be a Asian high sweep and went to the downside. It played out, to be honest, but there was no supply zones, clear supply zones to trade from. You can argue that this is the supply zone here. Might be, but Monday my understanding of the market was not clear, so I didn't take the trade. Might be we missed a beautiful sell opportunity here, but doesn't matter. So we stick to our rules. Tuesday there was no clean bias. Even on Tuesday there was no clean bias, but if we go to the daily now, after seeing this Monday candle here, Tuesday we anticipated to go up. DXY, my bias was bullish, so I was looking for sells on Tuesday. If I go to the 15, Tuesday I was looking for sells, but it ended up happening. The sells ended up happening, but not at our timing. You can see the move ended up happening on 12, and after sweeping the Asian high, it was a very aggressive move, so was not able to catch that, and that's normal. That happens, so it is what it is. Whereas now on to Wednesday, let's see what Wednesday did. Wednesday, I believe there was a lot of news. There was NFP news on 5:45, so again high impact news. Wednesday I'm looking for sells. Wednesday my bias is very clear. I'm looking for sells. So for looking for sells, I need the Asian high to get swept, come to this sort of area right here, to this supply zone, and fill up this fair value gap right here. But it didn't end up happening. Our setup didn't appear. The bias was correct, everything was correct, but our setup didn't ended up showing up. So even on Wednesday we didn't took the trade. Whereas now on Thursday, even Thursday my bias is bearish, but Thursday I didn't took the trade because of this news. You can see there was GBP bank rate vote news, so much of news. Whole day there was news, so it was ideal not to trade. On Wednesday made the low of the week and continued up a huge bullish. And after seeing this, After seeing how the daily candle closed on Thursday, you can see it is reacting off of this daily demand, this Thursday candle, and a huge bullish pin bar, huge wick. The market went down, the sellers pushed the market down, and then now the buyers are gaining all the pressure and going up. So now we can anticipate Friday to go up from here. And now we can see here there's a change of character on the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame, there's a change of character here. This previous daily high got swept. Friday was not a high probability trade, to be honest. It was not one of the highest probability of trades, but I was looking for buys on Friday, and also on DXY I was looking for sells. DXY I was looking for sells because of the daily bias. My daily bias was bearish on Friday, whereas on GBP USD it was bullish. This was the hourly demand right here, so I anticipated the daily hourly demand to get mitigated and then to the upside. Again, this is not one of the highest probability trades, as our target was also taken very high, very early on the week, early on the day. If we are bullish, our target is the previous day high. If we are bearish, our target is the previous daily low. So if those zones are taken early on the day, then it makes the trade low probability. You can see I was looking for buys, and the buys did end up happening. First entry was at 12:30. I didn't took it because we trade 1:30 as of now. I'm backtesting to figure it out. So 12:30 there was inducement happen. 1:30 again lost this trade. Everything was correct. There was no clear order block demand zone to trade from, not a clean demand zone to trade from, but it is what it is. The move ended up happening, bro. Our bias was not wrong. My bias was bullish for Friday. It ended up happening, but the timing of the trade was wrong. So this day didn't end up giving us the move, and it is part of the game. Losses are part of the game, and there was nothing wrong in this. This week was just a slow week, very volatile week, so have to learn from this. High impact week can be like that, and we'll figure it out in the future if same things repeat itself.